Okay, thank you for having me. Actually, this is my second presentation in Data Amplified since last year, but I'm still nervous. To begin, let me introduce myself in a few words. I'm Gabje Kim, and in charge of electronic disclosures, planning, and implementation of the XBRL system at Korean Financial Supervisory Service. I'm CPA with a major in computer engineering. In addition, I'm a member of the IFRS consultative groups, and recently was elected to be a big committee members of Euro filings, DPMs, ISO standard working groups as a representative of Korea. Yep. I use this. Break. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The purpose of this presentation is to introduce Korean XBRL digital reporting system, which have been fully operational since these years, as well as the efforts to improve the quality of XBRL data. And I would like to share the next implementation plan with you. Okay. This year, listed companies in Korea have been required to submit XBRL financial statement and notes to Financial Supervisory Service, which is a financial authority. I would like to explain the results and the features of Korean financial disclosures. Korea has implemented XBRL financial disclosures for non-financial sectors companies since 2007. But XBRL note disclosures have been applied since 2023 annual reports. In July of this year, we announced a policy expanding the scope of XBRL note disclosures to the financial sectors. Accordingly, the listed financial companies have to submit their 2025 semi-annual reports by applying XBRL to financial statement notes. I would like to highlight the fact that unlike general global XBRL financial disclosures, Korea required non-listed companies applying IFRS to disclose their primary financial statements using XBRL. In this slide, you will see a table that outlines the phasing of XBRL financial disclosures. The FSS classified companies into three groups depending on their size of asset, and applied XBRL different time for each groups. Meanwhile, phase one classes already implemented XBRL notes disclosure from 2023 annual report to the 2024 Q3 quarterly reports. In order to improve information accessibility for information for financial consumer and bondholders, XBRL financial disclosures should be applied to unlisted companies. Consequently, we made mandatory XBRL financial disclosures for major financial companies and securities or bond-listed companies last year. Our decision also provides listed company shareholders with a useful tool for evaluating the stock or price based on the financial status of affiliated companies. In this slide, you can see the current status of the phase one classes XBRL filings. As for 2023 annual reports, which 156 companies submitted in March 2024, writing errors were found after filings. Therefore, the FSS worked hard to improve the XBRL system to prevent errors in advance and providing training programs for those who are in charge. As a result, when it came to 2024 Q1 quarterly report, which you can see, 161 companies submitted in March 2024, all companies finalized the XBRL filing without errors. The point I would like to highlight is that Korean has created an environment in which companies can write XBRL notes on their own. Initially, 6 companies prepared XBRL notes without the assistance of accounting firms. But 44 companies later prepared the XBRL notes and submitted its primary financial statements and notes themselves. From now on, I explain the main features of Korean XBRL financial disclosures. Firstly, XBRL or financial disclosures are now required for both consolidated and separate financial statements, including notes. Secondly, all important information in the notes should be presented in a table using detailed tagging methods according to the taxonomy. Actually, the SEC pursued this approaches, and we benchmarked the SEC filing rules. When you open the XBRL file submitted according to this principle, in our XBRL viewer, a table of contents is displayed on the left side. In addition, you can check the fact details of each line item and members. However, we has permitted block tagging for notes such as the summary of significant accounting policies in order to reduce the burden of preparers related to XBRL detailed tagging. As the first step, as the first XBRL notes filing requests time and effort, consulting is sometimes required, but in this case, the average cost is around the $40,000. And the subsequent filing cost is reduced or eliminated if you maintain them on your own as compared to other countries. If you create your own XBRL file and request only review, the cost can be reduced by half according to the accounting firms. As reported by ESMA and ASPA, most US and European companies rely on consulting firms for the preparation and the submission of XBRL filing. Due to the difficulty of managing XBRL files, companies have no choice but to continuously spending consulting fee. Expenses that are incurred on a regular basis will be a burden for the companies. Let's move on to Korea digital reporting system. In particular, I would like to highlight the feature on the Korean digital taxonomy and introduce our XBRL program. The RT system is an integrated corporate disclosure systems. It allows companies to electronically submit disclosure and make them accessible to information user immediately. In order to create electronic documents, company use the XBRL creator and data editor, but which is provided by FSS. The Open Data System on your right side is a dedicated platform for providing data, including XBRL data. To transmit data in real-time, API technology is also used. This is Korean digital taxonomy. Digital taxonomy is being used for the disclosure of financial disclosures. The Korean taxonomy is based on the IFRS taxonomy, but it has the following features. Firstly, FSS developed taxonomies for financial and non-financial sectors and classified the financial sectors into 4 categories: banking, insurance, securities, and others. The reason for this is that different business environments and accounting policies need to be considered. Secondly, the FSS divides notes, which contain a large amount of content, such as financial instruments, into note disclosure unit. As an example, the IFRS taxonomy has a single link law, for financial instruments. Nevertheless, companies are required to disclose the financial instruments on the variety of categories, such as borrowings, trade and other receivable, and the financial instrument by categories, and cash equivalent, etc. Last year, the FSS rearranged the elements of taxonomy after analyzing the contents of the note disclosures of listed companies. This slide will help you understand the FSS decision to develop the XBRL softwares. Given the difficulty of companies in understanding XBRL technology and their burden of XBRL filing costs, the FSS decided to develop and provide the XBRL program directly to the public. Additionally, the Korean discount issues require the wide scope of XBRL target companies. The XBRL creator is based on C# languages. As you can see, it has an intuitive user interface. The page is divided in area that shows the list of financial statements and notes on the right side, an area where a user can enter the amount, an area that enables the users to edit the account. It is easy for most companies to prepare primary financial statements because they only have to select the appropriate accounts and change the orders in setting window. Additionally, user can add accounts that have been used in other notes. Prior to writing the contents of specific notes, a window is presented that allows you to select the wrinkle associated with the detailed taxonomy described in previously. The user can then select the desired standard table and text block. What you're seeing is a list of contents of property, plant, and equipment wrinkle. Let me walk through the step of creating an XBRL inventory note. As an example, preparer are able to create a standard table by selecting detail of inventory as a table name. As soon as you have created standard table, you will see the standard line item and members the structures of table, which include work in process and inventories in transit, as the line items and gross carrying amounts down, and allowance for inventory valuation as columns. It is not necessary to consider the attribute values unless you extend them. If you want to add line items such as raw materials that are not in the inventory taxonomy link rule, you can import items from other notes by searching and selecting in a separate window. Yes, the reconciliation of changes in property and plants and equipment table generally use two axes. On the screen, you can see that the lower axis is repeated for every member of the upper axis is members. Using this system, the axis in the table can be selected and rendered in an intuitive manner. Using the pivot function, you can freely change the rows and columns of a table and disclose the information as it is. Many companies didn't understand the relationship between the line items and members when they were used in separate XBRL loads in the first XBRL filings. So we designed a function that checks where the same element is used 6 months ago. With the help of this function, many companies were able to conduct XBRL filing without encountering any errors. This slide shows you the data open technology for non-financial information. First, the FSS defines a standard format in advance and assigns tag values for row and columns. After entering entering information in the prescribed form, it is converted into structured data and made available to public by an open API. Using OpenAPI or Open.web web pages, Open.dot provides XBRL financial data and XML non-financial data in real time. For those who are unfamiliar with OpenAPI technology, we offer a web pages search service. It is available to everyone for free. Let me now describe the efforts of the FSS to improve the quality of data, XBRL data. In order to monitor the use of XBRL standard accounts, we have implemented XBRL internal monitoring system. Additionally, we analyzed big data extracted from XBRL instance file as a text files by using the XBRL engines. The companies are notified of errors via email, and in some cases, corrections are required. In the initial disclosures, 45 companies were required to make correction and disclosure again. We're currently working on providing practical training on XBRL filing to companies and accounting firms. They bring their laptops and as well as companies' audit reports and receive theoretical and practical training from instructors, including myself. Yes, for the convenience of listed company, FSS creates and provides the XBRL file that reflects actual note disclosures cases of listed companies. In this file, listed companies are provided with guidance on how to organize the line item and members when creating XBRL table. The preparer can implement the appropriate note table after understanding the row and column structures. Recently, we required listed companies to include the name of the relevant consulting firms when submitting XBRL file. The purpose of this requirement is to enhance the quality of XBRL services from consulting firms. Hopefully, this policy will lead accounting firms to focus more on the quality of their consulting service. By referring to various guides, we are currently preparing the Korean XBRL guide, which is scheduled for publication in December. It is expected that this will facilitate the standardization of corporate data and enhance the comparabilities of financial information between companies. The final topic is the future of the digital reporting at the Financial Supervisory Service. Currently, we are developing a K-gap taxonomies for unlisted companies. Our plan for next year is also to develop a system for disclosing XBRL using these taxonomies. A significant impact will be made on the Korean capital market as a result of the disclosures of financial statements in XBRL by almost all companies in Korea, regardless of where they are listed or not. We will create Korean ESG taxonomy based on ISSB taxonomy, ISSB ESG taxonomy. Considering Korea disclosure environment, I believe it will be necessary to add additional items to its ESG taxonomies. Lastly, we aim to provide the information users with an analytic tool that includes a variety of visualization functions. We believe that the usefulness of XBRL data will increase if we provide tools that allows ordinary people who do not know how to parse XBRL data. We are also interested in the solution offered by various companies that have joined the Data Amplified to streamline the analysis of financial regulatory data. Yes, I didn't have much time, so I introduced it briefly. If you have any questions in the future, please feel free to contact me. We have another meeting with various online tour. And thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kim-san. Thank you. Okay, I'm so much impressed that since the XBRL User Roundtable in this July,
Yeah.
you have also updated several
Yes,
points.
updated.
Yeah. So nice to know that. Okay, so I'd like to take a question or comment from the floor. Any comment or questions? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You mentioned that you were publishing data in JSON format. Is
Yeah.
that using the XBRL JSON standard?
Yeah, maybe we apply the JSON specification. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I have one question. Okay, you displayed the dashboard.
Dashboard?
Of the data. Okay, is that the fixed format, or from time to time you are changing the arrangement of the interfaces? Is this a fixed one? Fixed?
No. Actually, this is an example. So we
example.
yeah.
Okay.
But we need to provide the XBRL analytic tools for internal purpose of
I see.
and information users to
okay.
analyze the XBRL data.
So information users can also access to these
Yes.
kind of the displays.
Yeah.
And do they have the operation? Is it possible for them to change the features? Or
Yeah.
the
Yeah, they just
composition?
they just have to do is selecting a company's name and selecting the account items and the fiscal year, and then this visualization features is displayed to information users. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So fancy, right? So nice. And any other? Yeah. Okay. Just.
Sorry, thanks very much for the presentation. Is these XBRL filings that you can download? Are they available?
Yes.
For download?
Yes. Yeah. We are provided XBRL data, but we divide that the primary financial statements XBRL data and notes disclosure XBRL data. We separate because of the size of XBRL data. Because my understanding is that XBRL note disclosure data is about 700 or 800 megabytes. So we divide that, and we provide our English open data system. You can download it.
All right, okay, thank you very much. Yes, that was also related with my second question. So you also provide the notes, right, for download, right? And
Yeah.
you were saying you separated. What about ESG data? Are you going to collect also ESG data using the same tool that you provide to the filers?
Actually, we didn't adopt ESG as an XBRL filing, so you can download.
okay.
You can't download the XBRL file regarding to ESG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Additional question. Are you going to have the ISSB taxonomies into your system?
Actually,
Sustainability reporting standard,
but we will have a plan to implement the ISSB taxonomies
Yes.
in our systems. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Any other questions or the comment? Okay. So thank you very much again. Please.